Hey boys, what's going on? I'm back with another video on this passing drill. Still, I haven't really played it too much. This is just a few runs I did, a few decent runs I did after my first video pretty much, but I thought I'd just talk about some other things while I show some more gameplay, I guess. And the first thing I'll bring up is something on my last video on this. Zachary made a comment that was pretty interesting. He mentioned something about with the burst of speed. He was asking, do you reckon it'll affect like dummy half work? And it was a really good question, because that is something that dummy halves has been a really contentious issue for rugby league games for a long time. Early days, dummy half running was like super OP. You can make so much ground doing that, and then they pretty much just made dummy half running useless, honestly. In Rugby League Live 2, it was okay. Well, it was pretty bad, but you could do it sometimes. Very niche circumstances. But his question, and to answer his question, in my opinion, I think it will greatly. It just feels like the stats in general are gonna make a huge impact on the game. It's probably a bit early to say that conclusively, but I think they will. And the acceleration, obviously out of dummy half, if you get this, if acceleration does play a big part, then your fast hookers like Seguiaro, Granville, those sorts, then maybe they will be very effective at dummy half. How that'll work for like your players like Cameron Smith and Robbie Farah to an extent, I guess, who aren't noted speedsters, will tell. But obviously other stats, they'll have better stats in other areas. So, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it was a good point to bring up, because dummy half running has always been a bit funny in rugby league games. But talking about this drill a bit more, I mean, we're actually seeing them in action here, and I didn't really talk about this in the last video, but I really like the animations. The running animations look smooth. They're all running the same. It's not like players have different running animations, and I wasn't expecting that, but I like the running animation. It looks good. Sometimes the drill later on gets a little tricky, as I'm in 46 spot. I haven't really played around with it too much, but we're just gonna I'm just gonna do another run here. But the drill gets a bit hard sometimes. But yeah, it's a bit of fun. But we'll get back to the animations. So the running, I like the running animation. The little takeoff, like the burst of speed, like I've been talking about a lot. It looks really good. The animation where they sort of bust through the little dummies on the field, I guess you'd call them, looks nice. The actual passing looks good. These little quick passes, I like the little flick. They just do a little flick of the wrist. And then you see right there, when you hold it down and they're winding up for a longer pass, I like the animation where they sort of wind it back. I didn't play. I'm trying to think of playing Rugby League Live 2, because I didn't play it that long ago, but I'm trying to think how it looked in that game. It probably looked pretty similar. Like, it wouldn't imagine too much difference, but I think it does look smoother. It does look more polished. Well, obviously it looks smoother and more polished, but I think the actual passing looks a lot better than that game. And you'll see if you watch, like, I'll talk about the speed burst. For the Broncos here, we got a fair few players that actually run onto it. I think Milford in the middle there, and maybe Boyd in the center as well. They burst onto it pretty well. But what else? Let's talk about this drill. Some theories as to what this drill could like be. Maybe like I don't know about Beer Pro, but I'm hoping in Beer Pro you get to like do these drills, let's say pre-game. I know other franchises do that sort of thing where you can do drills and stuff to get stats and things like that. I'm hoping that something like that's incorporated, where you be your player. It wouldn't really work for a drill like this because you're as the whole team, but hopefully for other drills like goal kicking, if you're a goal kicker maybe, that sort of thing. And maybe just like you're in the line, and if you get a good score, you can increase your stats, which would be nice. But yeah, we'll see how it pans out. No, unfortunately, still no new info. There's still like the big thing now is the competition. As we lag here, as we're going pretty good. I was pretty pissed off about this lag, but we managed to pass it somehow. Look at that right there. right there. As you'll see, right there, the ball, I haven't talked about this, but the ball bounces like an actual football. The ball, like, so right there, I pretty much just passed, it was like a massive cutout pass. It was like 6 people wide. I just tried to pass it long. And I think it hit one of the, one of the guys' heads, and then you saw the ball actually bounce like a football. The ball physics in Rugby League Live 2, when you kicked the ball, it just went straight. You know, hit the ground, it took off straight. Right there, it was bouncing around. It was sort of going like a football. It was going different directions depending where it hit on the point of the ball, which is really good. It'll make kicking. I'm hoping it affects kicking. Like, it might not, but I'm hoping it will, because, you know, if you put in a chip kicks are super overpowered in the last game because they always bounce perfectly. It'd be cool if, like, it bounced sideways, or it bounced straight back to you, or it bounced forward. Yeah, that's just another little video on this, talking a bit more about it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Yeah, see you guys next time.